Hello and welcome into another episode of Integration by Parts. Today we're going to be finishing the wheat spawner. So first off, we need a floating flower to make the kikimurus floating so that it can be placed without grass. And then we need to make this into a celestial crystal, and for that we need, let's take a look, celestial crystals. So first off, we're going to need some stardust, which we're going to make by cutting this star metal ingot. And this ran out of coal. We should have some coal in here. And this is the reason I want to get a power reactor up and running. So we should have a bucket. And let's, do we have any iron ore? Yes. We should get one iron ore. And a bucket of starlight. And I'm gonna go to the astral temple. Okay, so what we need to do is, I already had a star metal ore here, so I didn't need the iron. So we need some block. And throw in the bucket of starlight, the stardust and the rock crystal. And that's gonna turn into a cluster that we can turn into a celestial crystal. There you go. You can break these blocks. And this will grow eventually. It will maybe consume the star metal, and the collector crystal will turn it back into... It won't consume it, but it will turn it into iron ore, and then the collector crystal will turn it back into star metal, and this makes this go faster, essentially. And it's done when it's a full block, when there is no height difference between a full block. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this grow and continue making some other things. Okay, so the next thing I want to make is an ender tank to get the magical mixture back from the compact machine. So that's gonna need some enderium, which is some ender pearls, some lead, and some diamond. Does it have to be diamond dust? I guess. So we need 8 enderium, so that's 8 ender pearls, 12 lead, and 4 diamond dust. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Lead, need 12, and ender pearls. So let's throw these here, and macerator is here with all the upgrades. Also made some electrum, and this should start making the enderium. Now we also need some of this warp dust, which is some of these crystals with some ender pearls, to make 2 of these warp plates. It needs stone. Do we have any stone in here? Yeah. We'll make some stone bricks. And we also need flint. Now, do we have flint? Have some gravel. So this should be it. Make the 2 warp plates. Also completed the quest. It also gives us 2 ender tanks, so we don't have to make them yet, technically. So we can save on the Enderium, and I miscalculated about the Ender Pearls, so that's good. So what color do I want these? Probably purple. Do you have anything purple? No. Flowers? No. We're going to have to find some flowers. I should probably go to the Astral Temple to find out if the crystal is done or not yet. Also have chunk loaded this area, so the crystal actually grows, and this is the reason I did it so early in the episode, so it takes a while to actually grow. So I'm gonna go back home, and we can turn this into purple dye, and we can dye both of them purple. Keep making this mistake, and every episode this is gonna be a different color. I wanted red though. I like the red. Okay, so we can break this now. And okay, so we're going to put one of them in the drain and the other one in the overworld. So we need a transporter for fluids. We actually have two of these, so we don't have to make them. And wait, what? Does it have to be complete or something? That's weird. Okay, that's pretty weird. Anyway, I'm guessing this works. And let's also make a jar. Have any oak wood? And an item transporter. We need a piston. We need some cobblestone. Let's take like a couple of these. And we also completed another quest, which gives us some more fluid transporters. So we can go back and deal with the inferium that the witches will drop. What's up with these mechanics? That's interesting. So these won't actually be placed unless the multi-block is correct. So let's do this for this one too, because it might actually not work. So both of them are facing outwards. That's good. And we actually are gonna need a second set of ender tanks. Because we need to transport the blazing blood to fuel the second smeltery. So we need one of them here. And kinda wanted to dye this one. I think if I turn these the other way, it will export the fluid. This should be empty now. Anyway, so we can anyway dye it with we don't have much yellow dye. What flowers do I have? Poppy. I guess orange would be cool too. But you know, let's do yellow. And let's actually not dye the grid this time. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is dye these. So they're in the same network. And I'm gonna get my shovel to fix this grass path. And I think I'm also gonna turn on the spawner. I'm gonna take out the cardboard box so that spawns blazes. And we need to close this up. No, it's cobbled deep slate. So let's change this to dirt or something. And this shouldn't have blood in it. I know a way to do this. There you go. Just blazing blood. And we're going to put one of these tanks here, I guess. Let's put it here. It's gonna transport this. So we're also gonna need the second set of the transporters that we got. Let's throw the yellow dye in here. These here. And let's go into the compact machine. And let's ender tank and fill this with blazing blood. So that's cool. And I might just eat some bread for now. So let's set up some of the things that we need. So we definitely need some growth lenses. Do we have any? Yeah, we have 4 that we need. Do we have any? How are they called? The things that hold the lenses? Crystal lenses. Crystal lens. These are not hard to make. How many do we need though? 2 should be enough technically, I think. Lens. And we are barely short of some starlight, it seems. So okay, so the other thing we need is some dirt, which we should have. And let's go here. So I don't have any buckets because I used them in the recipes. And okay, so above the water on this level, there's gonna be the Kekimuras. And above that is probably gonna be no. The mana spreader can go here actually. So let's go back. Let's grab a mana spreader. And now we should be able to craft the lenses that we need. And what am I missing? Oh, I need more. No, yeah, it's just crafting one by one. Because these do not stack. Wait. Oh yeah, because the size is so big, it makes a lot of lenses. Actually, yeah, I forgot about that. I was like, why did I get so many lenses? That's pretty cool, actually. Okay, so the two lenses are gonna go here. The growth lenses are gonna go here. I'm not gonna put that many into it. I'm gonna just do two because the Kekimores can produce enough mana so the other one will have time to transform. It won't consume all the mana that fast. If that's not the case, I can always put one more down. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, let's do one more. Since I have the space and I have the crystals, might as well do one more. And the Kikimoris is in the middle. I need the water and the other things. So we need a bucket. And we also need to hunt for a witch. Grab with the magical egg. And by the way, don't miss with these because they just break. They don't get thrown on the ground if you miss the mob. It sucks, but it's how it is. Okay, so let's actually hunt for a witch. Let's find a witch. Okay, so I found this witch here. And we got the spawn egg. We need to get out of here. Actually dig up. If you're wondering how I got the witch, I basically went to a cave and found a monster's cage, I think they're called. Cage. Anyway, they're like spawner boxes, but when you get close to them, they spawn a bunch of mobs. They basically are guaranteed to spawn a witch. Not guaranteed, but I think they are almost guaranteed. It's a really high percentage chance that you will get a witch. Because every time I opened one, I did get a witch. So, I'm not sure. Actually, that gives 4. I didn't know that. Okay, let's go here. Should be able to place this in here. And we should have a hoe in here. Oh, I have it on my inventory. And we should be able to plant the seeds. And I'm pretty sure these need to be focused on the actual stem. So linking tool. And there is, I think, one last step. What I think. Yeah. Need to get this here. Okay, let's go back home. And we're only missing the collector crystal right now. So what I'm gonna do is I might as well grab this one. And then when the other one is done, place this here to get the starlight in this altar. I might use this one for now, but I'm gonna move the other one when it's done. And I'm gonna put it in the spawner cage that we made. Gonna put it in the middle. And I'm pretty sure witches won't spawn on here. We need the linking tool and link to the growth crystals, and these should now accelerate the growth rapidly. And the last step is to turn this spawner into the wheat spawner. Okay, so what I did was basically move out the spawner out of the compact machine, and the setup is pretty much the same except to transfer the mana in the spawner area. I am using 2 mana pools with 2 sparks and a dominant augment down there that sucks in the mana from this pool, and I also put some ethereal glass so I can check in on how the witches are doing. There's this small amount of light that doesn't really matter from the tank, the fuel tank. So what is left is basically I'm gonna place down the distillation tower. I think I'm gonna place it down here. I'm missing. They said they fixed the distillation tower blueprint in the latest update, but doesn't wanna count these as steel scaffolding slabs. Could be these ones. What's the difference? Immersive engineering. I guess one is immersive petroleum and the other is immersive engineering. So I might be able to actually fix that. If I convert these into these scaffolding blocks, should work this way. So this is the distillation tower, and yeah, it's probably conflicting with immersive petroleum. So should probably put this somewhere like here. Don't actually know which side is input, output, and power input, but I'm gonna place it like here or something. And I also need my engineer's hammer. Okay, that's interesting. Why does it make the background so dark? That's cool, I guess. So, and I also need the starlight infuser, which I will dig a hole in the ground for. I don't actually know how big the hole has to be. Guess I can go count from the other one I have. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to do 5 by 5. I'm gonna place that like this, and the controller is gonna go here, the fluid input port is gonna go here, the input port, the item is gonna go here, and the output here, and this should be valid, which is pretty cool. And not actually sure which side is which in here. Could take my engineer's manual. Distillation tower. The produced fluid mix is output from the side hatch marked with an orange dot. The bitumen. Kind of prefer these fluid pipes from the other ones, the mechanism ones. So I think this is the input, if I'm correct. No? Where's the input here? No, here is the input. Okay. Okay, so this is the output. But I'm kind of curious how you separate each of the liquids that are gonna be produced. So where's the power? Here, I guess. Let's actually place this way, I guess. It's gonna look a little bit better. For now, I guess I'll make the mechanism tanks, and then once it's up and running, make the other tanks from industrial for going, and 3 tanks. So actually I'm gonna put the glass first down, so yeah, I'm actually use the pipes. They're also less laggy from what I know. Here's the glowstone, and here should be the redstone. So should be able to extract into the input port. And if I take some uranium, it should turn into uraninite. We actually need uraninite to make the reactor. And the sugar has actually filled my refined storage system. Anyway, uranium. Have a bunch. The quest also gives us, I think, uranium seeds. And let's see how fast is this. Yeah, okay, it's 80 work units. And we actually get the uraninite we need. And I'm gonna turn these into redstone and glass, I think. That's what I'm gonna do. And I need the 2 drawers here. Or 1 drawer, which is 1x2. I guess that's better. 1x2. Oak. Was it this way? No. 1x2 drawer. I'm wondering if it auto exports into the drawer. Yeah, it does. That's pretty good. And we should have a bunch of uraninite, and we need like 5 more, I think. I'm starting out with a blazing reactor because the other ones are way too expensive. Yeah, the nitro one needs like mechanism machines and nether stars. The spirited needs a bunch of power to begin with, because it needs like 1,000,000 RF per spirited crystal. And the niotic is just a bunch of diamonds I don't have. So I'm starting out with the blazing one, which is the easiest one, just blazing bones. From blazing blood and necrotic bones, which is just lightning on bones. And we should be able to make the reactor now. And the same way I run this refined storage cable underneath here, I'm actually gonna run a power cable too, I think, to power all of the components of my base. So should be able to make the reactor now. And how many blazing capacitors are left over? A bunch, actually. And the good thing about this reactor is it builds itself. And we get power. Well, it's not actually that much, but you know, once we feed it with carbon like coal, redstone, and equivalent, it's gonna be way faster. Plus, it doesn't have that much uraninite in it because it takes a bit to actually create the uraninite. And my distillation tower is running really slow because the distillation tower is being only powered by this fornator. Let's see how much power, not power, but pipes, power cables actually cost. It's not that expensive. So this has been the episode for today. If you guys liked it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.